is why we fight for freedom of speech. When you give groups of people the same rights as individuals, you have mob mentality. It is the individual that needs the right to express themselves. It is the individual who has to defend what he believes and why he believes. If you have groups of people with the same rights as individuals, that leads to bullies, and it is not right. So what I'm urging everyone to do, if they can do it as humanly as possible, as much as humanly possible, speak out against religion if you feel it is necessary. Speak out against what you think is wrong. Do so legally, do so fairly, do so as much as possible, and do so without apology.
I realise making a video like this is the YouTube equivalent of bludgeoning your face with a hammer until you become a fundamentalist Christian. Thunderfoot, Coughlin 666, Ominous Voice and others have used their time extensively to present reason, facts, science and irrefutable evidence to the close-minded schmucks, and the Christians can't even be bothered to look at the links. This is because they fear reality breaking through the thin skin of their bullshit bubble. Usually I leave it to the experts like Thunderfoot or the great orators such as Coughlin to do the legwork of owning these sad sacks. Like most humanists, I believe in live and let live. Don't mess with me and I won't mess with you. And I believe in the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have done unto yourself. Being a decent human being is, for many, a natural way of being. It's how society functions. If there were no mental filters in place, we may well end up living in a very real version of Grand Theft Auto. Except, of course, you don't see animals of the same species tearing each other to pieces, do you? You don't see rabbits in a rage trying to steal each other's stuff, and I've never seen abusive apes attacking their mates. It doesn't happen because all animals tacitly understand that we are stronger in a society than we are alone. Killing all the others in our tribe or pride makes us not winners, but losers.
Both atheists and Christians are they're on the list of commonly persecuted individuals or groups. So for atheists, there has always been persecution throughout history, and this can refer to unwarranted arrest, imprisonment, beating, torture, or execution. And it can also refer to the confiscation or destruction of property. And this happens a lot. This happens a lot. This has happened in my state. So it happens. And I think that even with the situation with the vote bots, that kind of falls into that category of basically being silenced by having something of yours destroyed. And I know not everybody that attacked was an atheist, but the vast majority were atheists. So I do think that was a situation where somebody was trying to silence a group and silence their thoughts, or at least bury them. Christians are persecuted today in various parts of the world for professing their beliefs, which basically means just openly declaring that they're Christians. This can get them killed in places in the world. About 70 million Christians have been killed for their faith. 45.5 million, which is 65%, were in the 20th century.
And after doing this interpretation with you, my brothers and sisters, I realized something. I realized I made the Bible make even less fucking sense. But you gotta understand something. The Bible doesn't even make any fucking sense to begin with. You know, what's the point of trying to argue logic with the fucking Bible? I mean, you're supposed to have faith. So, that's the end of my lesson today, children. So, praise Jesus, motherfuckers!
You'll see me in stick-down chat rooms and I constantly ask people, hey, how many days, months, or minutes does it take for the sun to revolve around the earth? And some people will take a guess, or other people get rude and say, I don't know, I ain't no fucking scientist. And the ones who do guess, or they give me a roundabout number, I then chuckle and I say, I'm sorry, but the sun doesn't revolve around the earth. Now you might think that that's funny, and some of you might think it's rude, but did you know that the Bible actually makes the claim that the sun revolves around the earth? Which Joshua was one of the many rapists and murderers and sadistic son of a bitches in the Bible. Joshua, every time God told him to murder and kill people, he was right on the money. He didn't hesitate. He would destroy and kill and annihilate in the name of his God. Well, according to the Bible, what happened was, and I'm getting to my point, is that one day God told him to go into a city and wipe out a bunch of men, women, children, all the little animals, even the prairie dogs running around and shit. I mean, God was in a particularly wrathful mood that day. He didn't even want slaves to be kept this time. Usually God allows you to keep booty and spoils of war and all this, but not this time. God just said, Joshua, I want you to burn this fucking place to the ground. I want you to destroy it. I want you to make people scream. I want to hear infants in their cradles screaming and yelling on top of their lungs while they take their last breath.
To the fellow who was so upset by the bumper sticker that said something like, National Atheist Day is April 1st, I have only this to say. These kinds of things, yeah, they upset me a little bit too. They get to me from time to time, but attempting to have them removed is not the answer. I can go down to my local flea market and buy a bumper sticker like this. Okay? And if I ever saw someone who had a bumper sticker like this on their car, all I would say to them is, Je m'appelle Gadfly. Tout t'appelle comment?
I have a huge discrepancy with a place that Christians and other religious denominations refer to as hell. There was once a time I didn't question much about it. All I knew is that if you were bad, you went to hell. But as I journeyed through my 20s, I realized I had way too many questions, and the only answers I got were, it's in the Bible. I had questions such as, who goes to hell and why? Do good people go to hell? How literally do you have to take the Bible to avoid it? Is God that much of a prick? That and how do you fit so many souls into such a confined space? My biggest discrepancy has to be, you burn in hell forever. Now, let's look at this as a logical standpoint, and let's go by the whole Christian, intelligent design, 6,000-year-old Earth. That's 6,000 years worth of murders, thefts, rapes, rotten behavior, being gay, eating meat on the wrong damn day. And then combine that with, say your religion is right, and everybody else is wrong. Hell must be crowded. Hell must be rush hour at Grand Central Terminal times 10. There must be soul on top of soul. How do you maintain a fire? There must be souls just smushed up against each other going, Hey, so hey man, what are you in for? I killed a man in 1483. What about you? I ate meat on the wrong damn day. You? Apparently you're not supposed to be Episcopalian. I mean, the devil at this point is going, oh, come on, God. It's way too crowded down here. Something's got to give.
All authority on earth has been given to me. Therefore, go and deconvert all nations. In the name of common sense, rationality, and understanding, so that they may question the commands that religion has given to them. Do this in the name of science.
Greetings, mofos. This is the floating head. I just thought I would share a deep thought with you. If there were a head just floating around in space, would that be so amazing that it would have to be created by a god? Don't hurt your brain too much trying to think about it. It's just not worth it.